Good morning, folks. It's 2:28 a.m. 2:28 a.m. Thursday, November 24th, 2016. Trying to keep it quiet. It's early and Herky's sleeping. Turn that back off. My breathing is a little worse than normal this time of the morning. It's a little early for me. It's pre-coffee time. Imagine that. Anyway. Excuse me. For those of you that really want to wake up, become yourself, those of you that are on the trip called the Enlightenment, it's just awakening those senses you have inside yourself. Different parts of your physical body that, for the most part, house different, they're like the home of some of your metaphysical abilities. It's funny sometimes how we often search for the special names for something, and that's one reason I've never done that. It's not about the name, it's not about the thing, it's about the process of awakening. Excuse me. It's about you becoming yourself. When all your abilities are awoken and you are your normal self as much as you can be while you're stuck in a body with the other spirit from the planet, and the memories in your DNA, which kind of pushes your thought process around a bit, usually in a good way. That's who you really are. And if you ever really want to hope to awaken as much of yourself as you can, if you really want to max out what you can possibly do while you're stuck in a body, there's something you have to do. You have to find a way to gradually learn how to trust yourself. You've been raised, all of your parents, their parents, their parents, everyone's been raised on this planet over and over and over and over and over again. Just, you can't trust yourself. You can't trust your abilities. You suck, this and that. I mean, it's just driven, the strongest of you have had that driven into you so hard almost all your lives. It's not easy at first to let that go, but once you do, it's a thing of the past. It's not something you have to pull your muscles together and tighten up to do. It's learning how to feel inside who you are and trust that. It's learning how to trust your abilities. It's learning how to trust your heart. You know inside who you are. But you're taught, almost everyone is taught, don't trust yourself. And some of the people that are told to trust themselves, yeah, they're being schooled for something else. Not all of them, but you know I'm talking about, some of the wackos out there trying to run the world and dominate and everything. It takes a while to trust yourself. As your abilities awaken and become stronger and stronger, you see more, do more. Your brain starts changing. Your body starts changing. Your solar plexus gets real strong. Excuse me, I should say increases in strength. And as that happens, when it is happening, when that occurrence is in is in a state of rapid change, hard growth, powering up. Sometimes your stomach feels queasy. It's almost like you're hungry and want to get sick at the same time. The pineal, those parts of your brain, you'll feel pressure in your head. It'll start growing. Your heart sometimes feels like it misses a beat. It's almost like it's taken off out of you. These are moments when your energy fields themselves are cranking up and your body's feeling it. Okay? This is the development of the energy fields within your body. While this is happening, those parts of your body that house these different energy fields or chakras, they're growing too, they're changing. So, it's in the stomach area, but the solar plexus, when it starts powering up real hard, there's not as much major change in the physical body as there is feeling the energy. That's what I should say, feeling the energy. That energy is increasing and amassing, and you feel the difference in it. The solar plexus is buried almost completely inside the core energy field in your body, the dual spirit core. It's like a huge river of spiritual energy, sentient energy that runs up and down, in and out of your spine and more. The heart is attached to it, it's in it, but it's just kind of sitting in it like a rock that you see outside, but a piece of it is sitting inside a small stream, a shallow stream. This doesn't happen overnight, and everyone's always been made to disbelieve anything they're starting to see. That's going to change. 2-3 months from now, that's going to really start changing. People need help on this planet more than most all others to become themselves, to awaken their abilities because of what they've been put through. The earth is young too, but we've been put through hell here. Made not to ever trust yourself. That's the easiest way for others to control you. Keep you under their thumb. Make sure they verbally dominate you. Gee, there's not any of that going around in societies, is there? It's funny. Religions are a lot like that. Religions, it's a sickness. In a religion, you'll have a church or temple, whatever, and they're mostly flat and level. And then you have the minister way up in the air, looking down on everyone, talking down to them. I remember when I was Socrates that when I'd talk, when other people would talk, we'd be ground level and the voice, sound raises up, period. I understand this. Back from my military days, you take a huge generator to run a company. excuse me, and you dig a hole for it. You put it down in it, and then it channels the air straight up. The channels the sound straight up into the air, and you can't hardly hear it right down the way. It's hiding in the hole. But where I'm going here is you can channel the noise. It'll come straight up and go straight up. When you're on flat level ground, your voice goes upwards and outward. That's why in the old days we had, like the cone-shaped things, like the amphitheaters and stuff, where you down at the bottom and voices go up. The voice and music will go up, just like the Fox Theater, a lot of theaters. And churches, temples and everything, they spend a lot of money on their stuff. Insane. Anyway, governments, your businesses, parents, everything's been made to put you down. A lot of parents, stick it up for you. I'm not saying all parents like that. I'm saying this all things through everyone's life. Different, a little more here, a little more this, that, where you put down. That is going to be taken away in a big part quickly. But the main thing is you start to see things, trusting that you saw something. It makes you stronger. You realize for yourself, okay, I just saw the little black blotch go by. On the right-hand side, when I see it, it's right about here, and then you go to look, it's gone. But you saw it at the corner of your eye. But because you don't see it when you go look here, then you think, oh, there's nothing there. Well, there's nothing physically there, but there is something there. The corners of your eyes, that's how you see metaphysically. That's how in the physical world, your physical eyes can actually see metaphysically, multi-dimensionally, but just a little bit. And it's not evil. No such thing as evil. It's not something that's going to attack you. It's just you're being shown something. It's your spirit guides putting strong pieces of energy that have a little bit of a negative. Negative is lower frequency, so that they stick out more. And it's strong. When you pull all the energies together, the color is a soft charcoal black. So that way you can see it in a lit room. You can feel it and see it and sense it too when it's in a darker room, but those of you that ignore it and you're here to do some important work, it's going to start coming right in front of you and everything else. So how do you trust yourself? You have to let go of the old way, folks. You have to release your mind, open it up, pull a ripcord, let that chute open up. You have to open up your mind to what can be, not close your mind off to what has to be, according to other rules, regulations, whatever. I like it so funny, there's these laws of physics. Solid mass, when dropped, must go down. Well, not when you manipulate the magnetic field around it. That's how ships fly. There really are large ships that run on modified crystals. They manipulate the crystals, and it develops great power. People tell me stone doesn't have energy, right? These are manipulated crystals, but still, there's so many new advances excuse me, coming to everyone with technology, with the introduction of our friends coming soon, or family members that live on other planets. They look a lot different than us, you know, on and off. Some do, some don't. You have reptilian, you have insectoid, you have amphibian, amphibious. So all kinds of stuff coming. When you see those folks, that'll open up a lot of doors in a lot of people's minds. But you have to release that knot. It's like there's a laundry bag and it's got a pull string in it. You have to literally open that up and let your energy flow in and out. You have to literally let go of what can't be and relax to allow your natural abilities to flow and understand what really is. You have to open up to what can be. Don't let someone pull, you know, don't let anyone totally lie to you or manipulate you. We used to say, pull the wool over your eyes. Take your time. See how you feel about something, but start using those parts of your, those abilities of yours. They are part of you. Start using it. Folks, if you're ever going to come alive, you have to learn how to start trusting yourself, and it takes a while. And it's not easy. So, but it's going to be made to be easier for you. A couple of months' time. It's time for things to happen very soon now. I'm telling you, they're going to be made to happen because we're long overdue for it too. I was throwing a video on the internet, on YouTube, excuse me, and Stephen Hawkins has come on there a bit lately. I love that guy. He works so hard, pushes so hard, he's so aggressive to do positive things, to understand for himself every way he possibly can. And that disease has hurt his body so hard. There's your wonderful God. Someone who wants to help someone, and he was put through that. But what did that to him is dead. The male and female parts of the original first being anyway. There's been talk about, he's been saying that the greatest moment in our history is about to happen. That's with the advent of our friends in space coming in. That's a big thing. Well, what about when the Fae start actually making a physical body in front of you? When they condense their energy and make a body right in front of you and then release it. That's powerful. So that's two big things that are coming. But what's a little softer and subtle, but more powerful than any of that, is when you awaken and see things for what they are. That is totally mind-blowing. It's totally life-changing. You're not as frantic. You see what's happening. You watch it. You see the energies behind it. You feel what's happening. You see what's going on. You talk with others on the other side just like you're there almost. I'm at the point in my leaving now to where I have a different part of me that came to me. And it's Black Panther and dragon energy. Black Panther and Dragon Energy have been bugged for a while now to come up with two different, make two different necklaces. Let's sell the Dragonstone. This one is Dragonstone Jasper, and then Black Onyx, which literally is representative of Black Dragon. Then this one, which is Black Onyx and Amazonite. It's powering up, but it helps filter all the frustrations out of it. Then I got a really cool piece of Malayami. I keep that under my undershirt. It's Moldavite. Take a moment and feel that energy. Especially those of you that like Moldavite. Just turn it off for a second and click it off and watch it and feel it. Okay. Click back on or whatever. That's Molly. Molly's really cool. Moldavite was a planet. It has its own sentient energy in there. So she goes into your core energy as another core, as another, spirit, a third spirit in your core. While you're wearing it anyway, and she's very soft, very loving, very beautiful, very healing. So as this, as I come closer and closer to releasing this body, I change, more of me comes out, and there's still problems on the other side. I have been fighting for 8 years, killing stuff on the other side. It's just like taking the garbage out, but it's very important that that garbage was taken out. But when you start, if you, like I've said before, if you go up to a large corporation and you go up to the main building and you knock out the top 3 floors, excuse me, and you get rid of a lot of the crap that's out there, then you have new stuff that, you know, it's time for some other stuff to try to take over. If they're arrogant, they're a problem. It's not until someone finally comes in there that cares about everything and everyone instead of itself. And there's male and female that are like that. It's Lily and Arae. They're literally going to take over very soon, learn how to run things, and then hand it over to you. Make a new board of directors. There's every field of sentient spirit, sentient energy, is going to have 2 members, a male and one male, one female, and then angels will have 2 members because they're always both male and female spirit. They never separate. Y'all just run yourselves. But there has to be something to maintain a certain basic order. Someone to maintain the highway that y'all are driving up and down on. Make sure you don't run off road. Make sure you don't have accidents. But there's big times coming, and the sooner you learn how to trust yourself, it helps you in all different areas of your life. It helps every moment that you're living. I remember before I woke up and what a rat race it was, making money and trying to do this and that and trying so hard, excuse me, to save all these animals. I pick them out of the road, stop traffic. have so many animals sent to me having seizures and stuff. It hurts. When you have a lot of love and you really care, it hurts. It bothers me because I'm going to be doing something about it and I haven't yet. I didn't know that back then, but I've been aware of that for not quite a decade. People say it's hard to trust themselves. It's hard to trust these little things. You have to stop, relax, just take a full breath, release it, try to be calm for a moment, and just let go. Open yourself up to the possibilities. Well, I don't see any aliens. They're not walking around. We haven't found any alien corpses just going out in the woods, so therefore they can't exist, just like Bigfoot. I'm like, wow, really? You haven't been delivered. You're a physical proof, so it can't be possible. We refuse to believe it. Boy, you want to talk about ignorance and arrogance. I was going to say arrogant ignorance. Self-proclaimed ignorance. Nothing is any better than you are. Nothing holds more value in creation than you do. Everyone has equal rights to exist. That's a concept humans don't understand. I'm in a human body. I'm not human. Never have been. As you awaken, you understand more about who you really are. You're a spirit, sentient energy locked up in a body with another spirit. And that makes you a person. All of you together create a person that's having a life. But there's two spirits, two different, separate sentient energies within you. And then DNA, kind of like a computer program, which helps move the body around also. That's a lot going on. Very, very, very few people on this planet are aware of that whatsoever. I wish it was 100. So then you talk to a lot of people, a lot of them think you're nuts, but a lot of them are so strong, they trust their feelings. They're learning how to trust themselves. And I said, I'm sorry, something about this, something about what this guy Jay's talking about, this old man in overalls. It makes sense. Folks, I'm telling you, I see this stuff. I understand it. I feel it. I live it. I watch people walk around and I see what they're going through. I can touch the thoughts on top of their heads without going in their head. I'm not being intrusive whatsoever. And I see what's going on. I feel what's going on. I said, man, back when I used to turn wrenches, fix cars for a living, I was quite successful. Quite. And this one time, this lady, I was looking at her car to see what was wrong, and she was so nervous, and I said, what is she nervous about? And she had so many thoughts. It's like little energy fluctuations it's kind of like half like energy popping, like fizzles, and then waves also. It's kind of weird. Anyway, she was so upset, and I said, damn, what's bothering her? And she was worried about paying bills and everything else, putting stuff together. Something about the kitchen, something about the kids, something about the house. But the biggest thing was one of her daughters, or her daughter, the 13-year-old. She was so worried about her, so I looked at it, and, while I'm still turning wrenches, I just looked at it while I was doing it. Pulling the wheels off her car, nothing big. It's not surgery. And she was so worried about her daughter just starting to grow up a little bit and starting to stand up against her and her husband. She said she's never been like this. Why is she doing this? What is she doing to us? And then I went and looked at the daughter. She wasn't there, but that doesn't mean anything. You folks can do that all the time. I've shown you when I take a stone, hold a stone up. That's some very strong dragonstone jasper. You look at that, you slowly look at that, and then you can turn off and then click it back on later. But you look at that and relax, you can feel energy in the stone. You feel a soft, subtle change in yourself. Well, what's that about? If I tell you to relax, and then you relax, and then you feel something moving in your head. I didn't tell you to relax and feel something in your head. You're feeling something in your head because you reached out through time and space to feel the stone. Well, you all do that stuff all the time, and as you awaken and get stronger, you can do that too. I realize my power level is what they call stupid or sick or whatever. I just call silly. But you can do incredible things. You can do that easy. So when hearts talk to each other all the time, continuously, the heart grabs the major thoughts from the brain, and then the major emotions from the base chakra, creates a feeling that it sends out. Then it goes up to the hypothalamus region and back down again. It's flowing in and out all the time. That creates understanding. That also goes out in the heart. So when people are empathic heart energy, they're actually getting some of the thoughts from other people. There's all kinds of ways to communicate, and you do go through time, and you do go through great distance. So anyway, I've been proving to y'all who you really are. You don't have to listen to me, but if you want to wake up, become yourself, you need to. Or listen to someone that already understands this for themselves. You don't have to get it from me, but I'm the one that brought it to you, so you'd have it. It's one of the things I had to do, and I'm anxiously awaiting getting the hell out of here real soon. So when I went to the girl, looked at her, and I saw what's going on in her mind. She had peer pressure and stuff going on. She goes, I want to be part of the family, but my parents really love me, and my mom, I got her nervous. And then that's making me nervous. And my dad, I get mad at him sometimes, but he would, she has a good relationship with him. Dad loves her. So then I watched things settling. I just went a couple of days into the future to see how things go, and I just looked at when is it going to settle down. And I told her that, I forget what day it was, I was working on a car, I think it was Monday, and I told her Wednesday afternoon, maybe at dinner, just before or just after, that I told her not to worry about, I went to her and talked to her about her brakes and everything. I said, look, your brakes are fine. Whatever they need adjustment, blah, blah, blah. There's not something to worry about there. Future problems, didn't see anything really happening there. But then I told her, I said, look, this thing about your daughter, I said, don't worry about that. I said, she's fine. She loves you. She knows that you're nervous. She knows you love her, and the same with your husband. She thinks your husband is a little bit strict, but she's a teenager. I said, I don't know, what is she, 13 or something? She's under 18, but whatever, and I don't see the exact age, and I don't care. I don't need that. There's no important need for that. So I said, it will. It's just peer pressure she's going through, so try not to worry about it. She just looked at me. Folks, this is an automotive repair service. It's in Golden's Auto Service in Norcross. They've long since closed down, different company running it. And she was just, surprised. She looked at me. She was, do you talk to everyone like this? I said, yeah, sure. I see things, know things. Why shouldn't I? Because I'm worried about what someone thinks of me? And she just looked at me kind of funny, and, you know, I said, your car's fine. And I said, it's going to be fine at the house, too. And, you know, all you need is some maintenance, that's all. So she said, okay. She wanted to know how I knew that, and I said, I just know things. I said, you know, it's no big deal. Folks, all of you have that in you. At first, it's really exciting. It's awesome. Then you get kind of used to it. It's like I was starting to say earlier, I go around, I see people driving around. I can touch basic thought processes in everyone. I can hit a room of 100 people and get the strongest feelings and a basic overall feeling coming from everyone in there. It's not categorizing and reading and then programming. I mean, having a program to hold on to the individual thoughts of 100 people. It's a basic thought process, the basic flow of thoughts in the brains. Y'all can do amazing things, but you have to learn to trust yourself. Feel a stone. Feel some selenite. Trying to be quiet. Trying to be quiet for Herky. Selenite this big. Feel that. Relax. Take a couple deep breaths. Relax. Now reach out and feel that. If you want more time, pause, and you can turn it back on in a minute. Okay, that's energy. That was in a stone. You came to the stone. The stone didn't come to you when you went through time and distance to get to it. Folks, I'm telling you, when you have no idea who you really are and what you can do. It's an important part of my having been here one last time. Another one that's really strong too. This belongs to Shayna. It's going out to her and Don out in Hawaii. Feel that. All right, go ahead and pause it if you want to look at it for a while. This is celestite. It works the inside of your head. You just reach out and feel it. It's soft, it's subtle, it's powerful. You can hold stone energy, feel the energy in it. When you relax and open up, you can feel the energy in it, and then voila. You've just, as long as you're relaxing and allowing something to happen, then there it is. Sometimes someone will hold a stone, and I just watch the energy, and I see it go right here, and it stops. They're holding a stone, but they're not allowing any energy to flow. So now inside that stone is planetary essence. It's very powerful. If it wants to go through your body, it can, but it doesn't. It doesn't do that. That's Gaia. If you don't want to feel the energy, then she's not going to push it through. She leaves it there. Gaia is very beautiful, loving energy. She's spirit, excuse me. She's a very beautiful, loving spirit with very beautiful, loving energy. And then when you relax and open yourself to feel it, then it'll flow into you. You want to run through life and close off your mind, that's fine. Those people, that don't want to wake up, it's not that they'll never have another life, but they're not going to be coming back having lives. So that's enough. Creation cannot become what it needs to be by problematic parts of it being in there. A watch doesn't run too good when you put dirt in it, okay? So It's not the easiest thing to do, but once you've done it, you have very few problems with it. You're always pushing yourself to new limits. But just relax. There's a lot of people here who are going to help you go forward with this. You'll find the strongest people on this planet on the spiritualfoundation.com. The longer they've been awake, the more they understand, learn, and realize for themselves. Jay said this person was strong. They're not. They couldn't tell me what my grandmother told me when I was 2 years old. There's always people like that. They don't understand. They don't know better. This one friend of mine is a nice guy, but he's so conscious-minded. His mind is such a shut door. It's welded shut. It'll never open up. I took him with me to go to what they call the psychic fair. I can't stand that word. It's a bunch of metaphysical practitioners that give away they get paid for the consults, but it's super cheap. It's just to help people understand and for people to meet them. And he asked 23 questions, and the lady was off on 2 of them. Actually, 2 different ladies. So both ladies total out of 23 questions, they missed 2 of them. And he said, see, it's not real. If it was, they'd have gotten all of them. And I said, wow, you are really beyond help. I said, I did what I could for you, man, and that's it. You know, I paid for everything anyway. I just wanted to take them there. That's as stupid as saying that an artist that has an eraser is not an artist, okay? Makes no sense. Whatever he does for a living, when he makes a mistake, that means he's not doing that for a living. That means he's not that. It's hard to go through this. At first, excuse me, but then it gets easier. So, how do you learn to have faith in yourself? Number 1, take time to relax. Take time to just taking a deeper breath helps the body relax. You get in more oxygen, you pull in more good energy, you exhale, you release some of the frustrating anxiety type energy you have inside you. Plus, you're also exhaling your carbon monoxide waste from your body. So you put your body in an oxygen-rich, momentary oxygen-rich state, which is good for it. Your energy calms down. And then open up. There's nothing out there that's going to beat you up. There's maybe 1 in a million people that are really getting abused anymore or attacked. Maybe 1 out of a million. So that's not big odds. Don't expect to get a lot from the lottery. Do the same thing with your life. Engage yourself to become yourself by disengaging all your protective barriers and just relax. Just open up and know that you're protected anyway. You can think of yourself inside a big sphere because you are protected, especially on this planet. The protection on this planet is stronger than anywhere else. So, just relax, open up. It's Talk to your spirit guys. So my spirit is different. What I am is different. Okay, I'm not better than nothing else. You all know that. But I'm stronger and bigger just because in the very beginning I was the male part of what had the first whatever lives. I've had 10.846 trillion lives. Every time you have a life, you grow, and I just made the whole of what I am was Arae. You know, when you put all of Arae together, huge part of it, the primary focal point. It was made to serve and protect, and from having all those lives and being beat up so hard, it just got really, really big. And because of that, there's other parts of me that just living inside myself. It's other parts of my spirit developing with its individual spirit within inside myself, and that can make things a little crazy, but you all don't have that to deal with. And it seems crazy at first. It's not right now. I'm at the point in my leaving that, and I've tried to say this twice so far, I'm so bad about that, this video, but a new part of me came up yesterday and hit my brain so hard. It knocked me for a loop. I've never been hit that hard, but it's changing me so I can get out of here easily. Excuse me. Excuse me. Whoops, hitting the mic. To do it more easily. Anyway, animal spirit, plant spirit, planet, fae, human, all that is part of me. Source is in spirit that has an accumulation of all the different frequencies. Anyway, I saw this picture on the internet one time, and I saw it and I immediately related to it as being part of myself. I was looking at Black Panther images, and this is the image right here. You look at that old guy, you can see he's scarred, beat up, but strong, very powerful. I look, that image is what my brain functions on to see Black Panther and Black Dragon energy. Very strong. And that part of my spirit that's inside me literally had reached out and said, I want to use this picture to represent myself when I talk to you. It never said that to me in words, but I felt that. It was a feeling and understanding. Okay, it'll be a feeling first, and it develops into an understanding real quick. So, it comes from the heart and the hypothalamus, the brain, the emotions, the feeling developed by the heart, and then the heart and the hypothalamus region creating the understanding together. Hypothalamus does most of that work. Remember, the hypothalamus is attached to the pineal, which goes from here to here, the scanner, everything else, pituitary. Anyway, the three different internal crowns, the lower, middle, and upper. When you want to trust yourself, you have to start somewhere. Once you do, your life changes. You're not the same person. You don't put up with people's crap as much. It doesn't mean you jump in their face. It's just like, yeah, whatever, buzz off. You become much more independent. But it does not change the relationships you have with your friends. But a lot of your friends will change. The friends you have, a lot of them change. You find that out almost immediately. A lot of the folks you deal with can't understand this. And at first you think it's a loss, but it's not. And those friends that you have that are really close to you, they understand. They will learn to understand. Because you're living in a world of simple truth. You're living in the actual reality. But you have to relax. Open yourself up. Forget about all the crap you've been told. Just let go of it. Just release all the shit you've been told. Relax, open your mind to feel any new possibilities. Relax and open up. And those people that are telling you you suck and everything else, just, you can tell them they suck, turn around and leave. Just turn around, just whatever. Tell them to frack off and then go. If someone is kind enough to tell you that you suck, they deserve to hear you tell them that they suck. And just leave. Don't start a fight. Just say, frack you, you're an ignoramus. You're stupid because, being ignorant is one thing, but you demand of yourself to stay there and say, see ya. Don't let people put you down. Stand up for yourself. Relax and become yourself. Just relax. Let go of other people's crap. It doesn't belong to you. And when you start acting on it, then you're making it yours. Why would you do that? Don't. Let it go. Then relax, breathe, open up. Start feeling, you'll start waking up. Burju, Paul, Deanna, Siobhan's waking up real strong. Eileen's starting to come on real strong. She's just new waking up, but she's real strong. There's plenty of folks out there you can talk to that, Burju and Paul and Deanna, but especially Burju and Paul, they really have such a complete understanding of what's on the other side. Paul keeps to himself a lot. He's kind of waiting for me to just go. And then he's going to, he'll be the strongest male here on the planet, and he's going to take over some of the stuff I'm doing, but he's mostly going to be talking to larger groups. Talk to a bunch of people at one time. Do some consults too. He's got strong energy. Burju can really see well. And all the others on the consult page, and you'll see in these videos, these are people that are very strong and they're waking up, getting stronger. But it takes a while to wake up and see. It takes years to really be able to see everything over there. It doesn't, well, not years. If you're strong and relax and you apply yourself, in a year's time, you can really start seeing a lot of stuff. But it starts by learning how to trust yourself. Relax. Let go of people's crap. Doesn't belong to you. That's their problems. They want to control you, want to run you. Fact them. Got to let that go. Let go of that concept that's been pounded in your head all your lives. That, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're this and you're that. You're beneath me. You're, whatever. Bullshit. All your religions do that. Every religion gives you something to pray to. If you pray to something, you're saying it's better than you. That's self-defeatist immediately, and it's also totally incorrect. The most important thing is it's wrong. Number two, the second most important thing is it hurts you. So, let go of the bullshit that is the thought process that says you can't do anything and anything is any better than you. Then relax and open yourself up to possibilities. See and feel what's around. You'll find out you have abilities. Then the more you do it and relax, you put your mind in a certain state and then you stay there. Like I said, I could be going 130, 140 miles an hour, going down through a slow curve, And not now. I'm dying. I can't function well at all in most any respect. I can crank the hell out of people, see things, do things, but that's about it. Can't hardly walk. I can't stand. Anyway, but you're going to find out you have all kinds of abilities. You can literally be driving 130 miles an hour and be feeling and watching, going through the curves, feeling the weight, gas, working that machine, and be talking to your spirit guide the whole time, be awake the whole time. It becomes who you are. People say they want to become enlightened or achieve that state of nirvana. Oh, for Pete's sake, folks, it's waking up. You can do it in a year, in your spare time while you're doing other stuff, but your life will change. You'll find out who you are. You'll see who you are. You'll see who else is around you. And you'll find out it's really cool. But you have to learn to trust yourself. And it gets easier as you go along. It's hardest at first. And then it gets better, but give it a little time. You have to open your mind to the possibility, which is no more than opening up your mind to the fact that you're much more than you ever thought you were. And you can do things you never thought possible. And you can start by watching the video and reaching out and touching and feeling that stone energy. You just went through time and space. There's no trick to that. There's no trick to anything I do. Folks, love you. I got to get a couple more hours of sleep. Have a good. As often happens, I forgot something I wanted to put in there. When I was talking about the picture, dealing with pictures to help you connect to spirit energy. I don't do it with people. I only do it with animal energy. But you're going to run into some folks that say, I don't use pictures. I don't have to use pictures. I don't have to use cards. I'm connected all the time. Well, let me tell you something. Those of you that are here to do the serious work, to make the large impact, to do the most to help, those of you that are going to become, hey Herky, I love you, buddy. I'll be right there. Those of you that are going to be made the strongest, your brains are going to get worked on. And you will have times where you're dizzy, all kinds of stuff, pressure. You have times when you're pretty much taken out. If you want to talk to your spirit guide when that's happening, good luck trying to focus on talking with them when your brain's being changed. That's what the picture's for. Okay? Sometimes you might just be shown the picture of the animal and you're waking up or something, and just they might want you to throw the picture up and use it to talk to you more directly, especially like right when you wake up or when your head's getting hammered. Also, as far as using oracle cards and stuff, after your brain goes through a major change, it has to be adjusted. When your brain grows, it doesn't grow where everything's perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. The sooner you accept that, the quicker you're going to move forward. Or just accept that the fact that this is a very strong probability, but eventually you'll find out once you finish waking up enough that that's a fact. There's no such thing as perfect. When you give up that concept, you've pretty much given up the fact that there's no perfect being, and then you can actually start to grow properly. And then you also accept the fact that all creation is of equal value. Nothing's any better than anything else. We can do things differently or perform a function better than other folks, but that does not mean we're better, because we're not. So back to the picture thing. Back to the cards right now. When you've been worked on, and your brain's growing, they want a lot of stuff on the other side will want to work with your brain and see how it functions so it can fine-tune this new growth. So it'll say pick the cards, and it picks the card, and as you look into the card and try and see, as you're trying to focus, they're literally making adjustments inside your brain so you can see better. They're helping you. They're fine-tuning what they just did for you. So those people that never have to use cards or never use a picture, those people that have that attitude, they're not here for the same thing you are, okay? They're here just lost talking about themselves. Leave them alone. Just be you. Continue growing. There's a lot of you here that are here to make a difference. It starts with you becoming yourself. Love you, man. Have a good one.